It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
You're ready. Look at that. Acumen is in my car. The brothers Novak. Hi, guys.
Hey, James.
For the record, we're in front of Cold Waves, the 8th year. Before we talk about that, let's talk about the absolute shit show that's happening outside our very window right now. The Cubs game just got out.
Yeah, I think they just lost the World Series. It's the last. I think it's Game 6 of the.
Game
World
6, yeah.
Yeah, they lost. They fucking. Sorry. Oops. I don't know if we're.
It's a podcast.
So we can do whatever we want with the language.
Whatever you want.
Whatever I want. Well, those darn Cubs. Nah, I'm joking. They just look like the typical Cubs sea of people leaving their church.
Right before he came out, there was a guy just standing outside, looked really messed up, just ashing his cigarette onto the motorcycles parked in front of me.
You know, in the city, I don't ever think about this much, but actually, while sitting in this car, I thought about locking the door, like to protect myself in case I could get human carjacked parked in this spot talking to James. Human jacked.
Hey, hand me that cord.
But as opposed to being in a different neighborhood, this is far more scary and makes me nervous. But hey. Go something.
All right, so let's talk about, I want to talk about Cold Waves, I want to talk about Acumen, I want to talk about what Thanksgiving is like for you guys. Maybe not the last part. There we go. Can I hear you back there?
We're thankful.
Oh,
for
there
the
it is.
microphones.
Check 1 2.
The cutter says hello. I don't know.
Ooh,
See,
Tim
now,
Donahue.
did you see that? That's like what is it called?
The rickshaw?
Yeah, don't you want to just open your door?
Just door of the rickshaw.
Bam! Oh, I'm sorry, I was just getting out.
Here's the thing,
although
though.
it would F up your car, so...
Here's the thing, and I've
God, that
already
would be
had
funny.
a car situation tonight I don't need to go into because time is precious with you. The rickshaw riders, they have to have like the strongest calf and thigh muscles ever.
You're right.
To pilot one of those things and carry around a bunch of fat drunk...
The calf muscles rival their patience, I'm sure.
I'm sure. All right, so let's talk about the performance. I just witnessed the 16-volt versus Acumen performance on stage. That was so cool. I love the blending of the two bands.
Yeah, that was fun. We, our careers, kind of whatever you want to, back in the mid-'90s, kind of started on similar labels, similar style of music, and it was just by happenstance that a booking agent kind of put us together. We started touring together, but we started happenstance. I like happenstance. That's mine. That our music styles and the way we wrote and our love of hooks over what a lot of other people involved in that style of music were doing, where it was just chugging away at a dance beat, or we were writing these hooks and with nice little breakdowns and melodies, and we all kind of fell in love with each other's music, and we've toured together and been brothers and worked on
Very
albums.
compatible.
Yeah, so it was like, why don't we just do it and kind of like, let's just make out on stage, the two of us, and just do it. And so it was really fun.
There was a lot of making out.
And another funny side note, the last time that 16-volt Acumen and ChemLab shared the stage together was a tour these many years ago.
That was, in the winter of '97.
So having just interviewed ChemLab earlier tonight, that was deep in the throes of Drugtown, USA.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it was. They were big fun. We were pretty straight and narrow compared to a lot of the shit going on.
Jamie and I compensated for the rest of the band.
That's true.
And look how we're all here today.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. That's why, to me, this is just like a watermark. We put those three bands back on the same stage here in Chicago with Pop Will Eat Itself headlining. I mean, I don't know what else you can do after that. That's why we kind of said, instead of each of us trading off playing this event every year, let's just combine it and have a best of and kind of a fun.
And you did a cover together. You did Streak Back Nemesis.
Yes.
You started playing it. I'm like, I know this song. Oh, that's what they're doing. That's amazing.
That's a great tune.
It's a great tune.
We had this collective band called Iron Lung Corp, and we put out a couple records with some Nitzareb cover. We have a whole cover album with some cool 80s and 90s stuff that we all love, and we have that track on it. And when it came time to pick like the closer, we also built this video as kind of a piece of dedication and a kind of an homage to all the industrial attached artists, electronic artists that have passed over the last 10, 15 years. So we just thought that song kind of said it all,
Yeah.
and the video went with it, and we just said goodbye to a lot of friends, but also like welcomed them back in a way. That's what that song is kind of.
And it's
you
a
know,
burner.
It's
it's a
of
burner.
a tune. You know, it's
It
a
is a
thick
burner of a
riff. It's
tune.
got a big, nice track behind it. So good times.
All right, I know I've got like 5 minutes with you because you're the organizer of Cold Waves, which is why we're here all weekend long for the next 3 nights after
I think
tonight.
it goes for 14 more nights.
It probably feels that way as the organizer. This is the 8th year. Let's just quickly, I want to bounce around to talk a little bit about Acumen and what you're up to, but tell people watching on Facebook Live, tell people who are listening to the podcast, why Cold Waves? I know what it is, but someone listening or watching may not know what Cold Waves is.
You want to do it?
You take this one.
Well, we lost our bandmate and brother, Jamie Duffy, in the summer of 2012. Unexpectedly, he took his own life, and it shocked us into a movement to basically throw a memorial show for his mom to, raise some expenses for his funeral and whatnot. And we just basically threw the net out. We had 1 month to put it together and reached out to some artists that we had all worked together and loved, and people like Chris Connolly and Paul Barker, the guy, Anthony from Final Cut, Martin Atkins.
And also the interweaving quality through this is that Jamie had worked with all of these artists.
Everyone
too.
knew Jamie.
So
Yeah,
it was
there-
a family vibe.
There was no one we reached out to that wasn't instantly broken by the news of his passing, and that because they had had a relationship, a working and friendship with him, So we put 14 bands on in one night, sold out, and afterward we raised the money that we wanted for Pat Duffy, Jamie's mom, and people just started saying, this has done something. Like, I'm feeling something for the first time in a long time. A lot of relationships have been broken. The music had become a little bit passé, and a lot of fans and performers were like, can we do this again? Can we figure out a way? So we did, and that second year that we did it here at the Metro, 2 nights, it was a bomb, and it was bad sales, and just whatever it was, it just didn't work out. We're like, let's go for it one more time, and then that launched a nice run that's brought us to year 8. If we had just folded it there, we weren't promoters, we weren't booking agents.
You're artists.
Yeah, but then it became, learn how to do visas, learn how to rent backline, learn how to get a tour bus, learn how to put a band in the air for 14, 15 fly dates in a row and build tours around this Cold Waves thing and make Chicago put its foot down about this music. And at the same time, Wax Trax had started bubbling through the last decade. If you remember it kind of started to tie in completely by accident, but industrial accident. But it just, in hand, I think both families, and I'll say the Nash family and the Novak family, we just felt that was the time, for totally different reasons or whatever, that we both just started building that love and respect and sharing it with everybody of that genre and that time period.
And also in the process kind of reignited some of these bands that had been not dormant but maybe less active than they were in previous years. Like when ChemLab had done the first Cold Waves, it was kind of supposed to be a bow out show, and here they are tonight performing right now. So that's...
And Jared's never seemed happier.
He's doing great.
He's enlightened.
Yeah.
I remember having conversations with the guys in Front 242 at the Wax Trax Retrospectacle in 2011 or whenever that was, and they, we'll never tour the U.S. again. It's just kind of like not our place anymore. We do so much better in Europe. Lo and behold, they're coming. Third tour later, just stabbing westward, out of sight, out of mind, and we just through some stuff. There they are. Now they're back touring, and they do Meat Beat Manifesto, Pancow, a lot of these
Clay People, all of these bands,
Severed Heads, bands that
reignited
had
their
hung it up.
careers.
We reached out to and said, you don't realize how important you are to a lot of people. Let's facilitate you coming back, and we'll take the risk, and we'll put this together for you. We're friends, we're family, and now they've been active after that. It's exciting.
I mentioned this word to ChemLab. I mentioned this to Pop Will Eat Itself. The word of the notion of community. This really is a community. I walked in right as things were getting started, maybe 6:30. It just, everyone was hugging each other. It was like good old friends. That's literally what it was. Just getting back together, just hugs and just.
It's like coming to a reunion, not necessarily
truly.
a school reunion, just a reunion of friends and kindred spirits, and everybody really gets on the same page and pitches in, and it is definitely a community effort, and this community is hugely strong and very selective on people that they take in. But once you are taken in, you're there for life. So it's nice that all these people really get together and make this happen.
There are a lot of things I want to ask. I'm trying to be respectful of you, Jason. So,
But not of you.
No,
no, Ethan.
please do not respect me.
Ethan's good through like 1 a.m. We're just going to keep going live stream on this.
I voted for Pizza Puffs for this interview.
I know. Well, that's just
They
it.
wanna stink
That
up
was
the
one of the
car.
things I was going to say. This was another Carne-less event. It
That's
just
the whole thing. Can you believe I just said that? We didn't want to stink up the car. That's the whole goal of this thing.
that's the whole goal of this
my
thing.
God.
But
I'm-
before we got in the car, I was back in the dressing room area with Ethan. He said, "Dude, you got to try this. There are all kinds of foods and treats and sweets and savory items out there. There are these little cheesecake bites, which are delicious." And Ethan said, "Oh no, you need to take a cheese curd, take two bites of the
cheese curd.
take 2 bites of the cheese curd,
Fried
and
cheese.
as the second bite of cheese curd is going in your mouth, pop the cheesecake bite, chase it with the cheesecake bite, and it's a delicious explosion in your mouth." That's what he said.
And
I
was
tried it.
Right?
It was it was glorious.
Patent pending.
Well
the sweet
done.
and savory combined, the cheesecake bite and the cheese curd. Could this be any more fucking Midwestern than that?
That is pretty hot.
That is,
I gotta go try one of those.
And one of those things that shouldn't be, but it's so damn
Like the
good.
peanut butter beer that
Exactly.
someone brought us from Point.
PB
Brian, our
Cup.
guitarist, works for Point Brewing up in.
that's not okay.
No, all right, but it is. We all thought so, and we all avoided it, and then someone cracked one, and then they were all gone within 10 minutes.
Finally, a beer my dog can drink.
It is shocking. It is shockingly good, and it is the only beer that I've ever tasted that is a true dessert beer. Like, I'll have that for dessert. It was delicious. Light, I can't explain it. Peanut butter beer from Point. I don't even know what it's called. It's not available in Chicago, that's for sure. but-
Someone just wrote, I can't see names, and I'm sorry for whoever wrote this. This is so lovely. Also, Wiener Circle is right there, guys. Not Wiener Circle. That's actually Wrigleyville Dogs, which is also a fine location, home of the Pizza Puff. That
Possibly
of
the
the
best pizza
Possibly
puff
the best-
in the city of Chicago.
Possibly.
Being a puff extraordinaire. I've tried many throughout the city.
Yes, I feel that they might fry their pizza puffs in duck fat. There has to be something that makes
Duck
them
fat,
so...
duck butter.
No, not duck butter. I'm certain that's not what they fry it in.
Well, yeah, well, whatever does it, I'll eat it. It's delicious.
All right, so 2 final questions. What's next for Acumen? Is this just kind of an annual coming together?
Yeah, there's... the last record that the band put out wasn't even it was a project with me and a drummer and a head full of pain.
And a hobo.
Yeah, just kind of like, and we put that out in 2007, and I think there's just something about feeling it. I don't have the things to say anymore as a father of a 20-year-old and a 17-year-old.
I don't believe that. I don't believe
Well,
that.
it isn't even that. It's just then I think a more honest thing to say is I'm not channeling it right now.
Okay.
Like, I just don't know how. The older I got, it was harder to. I'd have to sit and write lyrics. When I was younger, they would just vomit out, and oh my
Yeah.
God, pages and pages. And now you'd have to go like, that sounds contrived. Like, well, all right, let's go to that tomorrow. And even musically, it just.
Movies and entertainment were better then, so it was easier to pull from things as well. So now you got to
yeah,
wait
but even as a
long time.
musician, I don't think I have much else to say in that voice. But that's also because we've also had the pleasure of falling back and getting allowed to do this every year or every 2 years and bringing our family back together and playing these shows. And it's always been really tempting. We should do another record. We should do something else. But it just never, it would have been forced because it just didn't happen. If it hasn't happened, to me, it would be, we'd have to work at it, and that wouldn't be fun, I
I
kind
get
of
it.
feel like the fact that 12 years have gone by and it hasn't happened is all the proof I need that it's not really part of the plan right now.
Back to Cold Waves. Is this the sort of thing where as soon as you walk out of Metro tonight, are you working on next year? Is it like a constant full-time concern?
Well, it's weird. You think to yourself that, you think the opposite. You're like, oh my God, I cannot wait. I cannot wait until Monday morning when I wake up and we return all the gear and we settle everything up. And my brother and I usually spend the day together kind of quietly, visiting, returning this gear, returning that, making sure that gets taken care of, settling up, doing all the show. It's very, the neighborhood's always quiet because, there's just nothing going on a Monday or whatever. And then Tuesday I wake up like, okay, what now?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's get started.
It's called Shriekback.
And the way, shh.
Yeah.
The and real quickly,
Shriekback.
the way the industry works, who doesn't buy who is not now asked to buy concert tickets 8 months in advance, 9 months in advance?
We're across from Wrigley Field. They're promoting the Green Day concert next summer.
That's I mean, and now I believe that's kind of a bait and switch, maybe, or that's not the right word, but it's just you accept it, you buy it, and I believe that part of their business model is banking on 25, 30%, maybe even 40% going, hold on, I found out I didn't even know I was going to have a baby. I didn't know I was going to have this life change. Put it up on resale sites. Somebody's doubling their money. They're finding a way to force people into buying stuff early. And we have to kind of follow suit so that we realize like bands are locking in way earlier than they were before. We never thought about the next year's Cold Waves until January, maybe, and then it became December, little rolling back to November, and now we're getting calls right now like, hey, I know you guys are doing this weekend, but what do you got?
Because Lollapalooza and Riot Fest are...
They're all booked probably, right? They're probably 2021 booked. There's probably reunions that are already planned.
Holograms,
excavation of bodies that's all planned already, and so it's hard to keep up with that when you're not. That's not was not our job, or our career. Like I don't know. There's investors, a lot of. It's like hard to keep up.
But what you're doing here is fantastic. This is a really wonderful, noble thing you're doing. I know it's a lot of hard work. This is the first time I've seen you stationary since I walked in the building tonight. So I know you're working your ass off. So let's recap. Tomorrow night, Nights Reb headlining?
Yes, that's a big bucket list one for us. We're excited about that.
That is tomorrow, right?
Yes, Friday night, 6 sold out.
And then Saturday night headliner?
Test Department. To me is like the Neubauten, the Throbbing Gristle, the like kind of the bastard cousin of those guys that didn't get. And people that see this show, like it's truly innovative and pretty mesmerizing.
And to call it industrial is like the truest sense of it's absolutely true. It's a real industrial music show with metal and grinding. It's got it. It's really good.
Also one of my biggest and deepest pleasures in this style of music, the Severed Heads. It's their final show.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
They are finished. They did this too. They did a European swing. They're just done. And Chicago on Saturday night will be the final Severed Heads show.
Wow.
And to me, falling in love with them in '87 and being able to pursue them 20 years later to book them and befriend them and then bring them here for the third tour or whatever. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's a very cool part of this.
That's amazing. Sunday night
is Filter. Who there seems to be a dividing line. A lot of people like myself consider them as a huge part of the Richard Patrick was in 9 Inch Nails, the album Short Bus, the stuff that his next couple albums, the stuff that Filter represented was, to me, without over-explaining it, we all felt robbed being guys that put rock and roll with industrial beats over the next couple of years by bands that were getting, for whatever reason, getting plucked up and made into these major labels. Filter, we thought, did it really well and really genuinely, and I thought those records were trend-setting. And
agreed.
Yes, they got a couple of crazy singles out of the left field that turned them into something else. Great for them. We wanted to come and make sure that they celebrate, and realize that there is still a lot of fans that even their last record has got more machines and more gnarl on it.
Oh, they've always embraced technology.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
This is a rock
band. Very much on part with this community, maybe fringe, because some of their fan base is a little bit disconnected in some ways from this. But like actually pulling that in is a really good thing for the fest.
I totally agree. And Pig's playing that night.
Yeah, and Paul Barker is embracing a past that he has walked away from maybe 20 years, and it does a live PA DJ like reimagining of classic Ministry,
all the Lexapan
stuff.
I didn't realize
glorious.
It's just so much fun. It's a video thing that he's doing, live video mixing and audio mixing, and just tearing apart everything from like tracks from those albums.
Mine is Terrible Taste and Psalm 69. It's a great trip.
It's so much fun, and I feel like nobody even knows what they're missing if they're not coming to this.
Well, I didn't know that was coming, so that's going to be an amazing night.
He's been a little low-key about it, but it is crushing and so much fun. It's the most cheering that you'll hear throughout the weekend. It's just a blast. Because he's adorable and talented, and he's just smiling from ear to ear, messing with these tunes and basically doing like with DJ tricks with these old Ministry stems and that he created.
Yeah.
Probably helped build all of them. And now he's like, I'm going to have some fun with it.
I love it. So, Cold Waves all weekend long here at Metro, 3730 North Clark. What an amazing event. And again, it's for a wonderful cause. It's for all the right reasons. from tragedy comes something really positive and celebratory.
Yeah. Something that Jamie was with us on that stage, and he'll continue with us as part of the, while the rest of us were drifting off and listening to different kinds of music all the time. We played so much music in that damn tour van or whatever that Jamie hated. He was always the linchpin for a lot of people and a lot of bands and his own band to keep those machines going, keep that stomp going. And
his spirit kept a lot of this going, and absolutely, if he was around, he would be here right now.
And he'd be going, what the fuck, why'd you do that?
Yeah,
Let's fix that. You got the EQ on that is bad. Why would you put the sound like that?
Exactly.
And we'd be
again,
like,
he would
"You're
mix
right."
every band except Acumen, and we would end up sounding inferior. Although Joe Darnaby did a fine job tonight.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, you sounded amazing. All right.
Well, thank you.
Brothers Novak, Acumen, Cold Waves, thank you for doing this.
Carne.
It's
Thank
true.
you.
Awesome.
Carne, presented by the Autobarn Mazda of Evanston. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Support them. Support everything they're doing. Thank you.